We will go to the hook1.js file. We have written in that array destructuring concept we have understood. Then after that, we have seen the use state will return to hello. First will be undefined and second one was as a function. So undefined we have replaced with 100. So what will happen is the counter will hold 100 and update counter will become a function. Now under the counter variable, whichever the changes you want in counter variable, if you want to change the value, if you want to replace the value, anything, whatever you want to do under the counter variable, you have to do through their associated function. So this becomes a update counter becomes a state function. Update counter becomes a state function and counter becomes a state variable. Update counter becomes a state function and counter becomes a state variable. Now under the state variable, to do the changes, you need a counter a state function. So we got the update counter is a state function. We will create the button below and we'll try to call the. So come down here, write next constant as a function one. Byte arrow method you can use, but this all should be within the function, should not be out of the function. Next, after that, inside keep a alert call hi. After this, hi becomes a function. We are going to call on a button. Click to increase by 10 and on click is a event where C will be capital and you can call the function one just like the variable here. So once you click on this button, the function one should call. So now upon click you are getting the alert. Alert is coming. Now when this alert will come, that time we will increase the value of state variable by 10. Let's go inside. To change the value of the counter variable, we require their function, and into that function we have to pass the current value of counter plus 10. Here I will add one line. Counter is a state variable second line. Update counter is now state function. Hundred is default value for counter. Okay, so hope increasing. Right. Say the value is getting increased by how much? 10 every click. Increment is happening by 10. Let's go there. We can create one more button and call the function number 2. So using update counter, what we are doing? We are changing the value of a state variable, and as soon as you change the value of a state variable, the HTML portion will be rendered again. HTML portion will be rendered again. Function 2 the function 2 will say minus byte. Now same way we can create one more button below. to click to minus by 10. Okay. Increase the state variable. Second button will decrease the state variable. Decrease is happening, increment is happening. So we played with one state variable. Let's create one more state variable. Okay, one variable you required, so you created one counter. Suppose you want to maintain some more data. So the same variable cannot help you. You have to create one more. Const total click update click use state zero. By default zero click. It will display in the page by default as a zero click. Okay, come to the page down, display the total click. In H1, the total clicks or display directly the variable total click. Total click. It should give you as a zero. It should give as a zero. Now let's go next. By default 0. In first function, again we want to change the value of total click. So update click function will help us. Call the update click, and in that pass total click plus 1. Again call the update click. In that also again you can pass total click plus 1. Like whether you click on plus button or minus button, both the cases we are increasing the length. The cases we are increasing the length of click. Let us check now. By default 0 click. When we click on any button, first or second, the number will increase. So, right. So this you are playing with a state variable. We are just playing with a state variable. Overall, in React functional component, you are going to use the use state function everywhere to create a state variable, and whenever you do the changes under the state variable, automatically it will reflect in the HTML. You don't have to call HTML manually. As soon as you do the changes under the state variable, the rendering will happen automatically. Without doing any call, rendering will happen automatically. The HTML portion will be re-rendered automatically. Okay. So we can leave this file now and we can go with the next file. And do some more thing on state. So under the same hooks folder, create a next file, hook2.js. Hook2.js. Import next. After that, my have to return the div class name row we follow, come inside call hyphen lg hyphen 12. Single dimensional array use state splice spread operator. Yeah, so these four things we are going to cover in this. How to handle the data in single dimensional array, how to add and delete using the spread operator, how to add using spread operator, delete using the splice function, and maintain the state using use state. Okay, hope array is ready. The file is ready. We can call under the app.js file. My hook to Check now, page is loading or not. What went wrong? Hook2.js cannot find index.js. Cannot find the disk. Oh, this R is capital. Okay, let's go next. Create another state variable. Book list. HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, JavaScript. Come down below. We can print the length of that variable. How many elements are there? Total books. Book list dot length. But this not become a state variable. We have to write like const book list update book, then use state, inside the use state You can pass this one as array. This is the actual way of variable display. This data may come from any source. Now book list. Total books are books dot length. Total books are 4. Now let's list them. Create a simple table. The table we can add here the head, tr, th, book index, next th, book name, next th, action. Delete part, action will come under the delete. Table have a class from Bootstrap. We can use that. Table hyphen only table MT3 margin top some gap will come, slider will get applied. Now let's open the T body. Okay, T body is open. Open the flower bracket, curly bracket. We can use the map function booklist.map. Book name then index. Tr will come. For tr, you have to give the key property to make it as a unique tr. Gd index will add. This should be book name. Okay, something like this. When we click on delete, it should delete the element. You can use here bootstrap class. btn, btn danger, btn sm. A small red color button will appear. So once please add and let me know this is happening or not. Okay, data is listing. Right. But this file is not very difficult code. Simple table HTML. Delete functionality will do. So we'll write a delete function here. Const delete book. Inside you have to receive called book index. Keep the alert here. Book index. Come down below. We need to call the delete book function on button click. Write it. Okay, coming down, we call the delete book function. On click, delete book. Inside that, you will pass the index. You will find alert will come continuous on load. Here on click will not work directly. Within the map function, calling a function with parameter will not work directly. You can check it. It will call automatically. Your event will not be functional here. We will be expecting yes, once we click on delete button, then the alert should call, then the function should call. You can check it. It will come automatically on load. As soon as the page will load, automatically the alert will start coming. Check once. Alert will come automatically. It's calling here 0, 1, 2, 3. Right? It should not call there. Once you click here, then only it should happen. So at this place, your on click event is blocked. It's not event is not firing at all. So what we have to do is within the map function, whenever you call a function with parameter, you have to use a function called bind, bind, bind. And in bind function, the first parameter will be called, the first parameter will be this, and second parameter will be your value, whichever you are passing. The first parameter we created as a okay, hope ready. Now check. Alert will not come directly. On click it will call. See, when we click here, right? On click is happening now. So bind function will remember why we use. We use the bind function to pass the parameter to a function within the map function. Next, after that, we can go here and we will use the splice method to delete the element from the array. Booklist dot splice book index comma 1. Next, after that, you will call this update book function, and inside the update book function, book list, using a spread operator, you need to update the remaining element. So what is happening here? Delete an element from book list of given index. Next, after that, the remaining element replace under state array. So this line, you can say what is happening here. This line is happening as a minus b. This line is happening as a equal to a. It was supposed to be a equal to a minus b. So a minus b we did separate. From the array we deleted the element separate. After that, remaining element we are updating under the array after deleting using the 3 dots. It's called a spread operator. Your book list var arrow, and after that 3 times dot, and then the again name of the array. So remaining available elements will get updated into the array automatically. We can try it. Check once. happening. Right, getting deleted. Okay, then we can log out here only. We'll see you tomorrow. I have to go to the